start the entire process here, I need to first have a balanced chemical equation. So, aluminum metal combines with sulfuric acid. You should actually check on your activity series to make sure that the aluminum metal will actually replace hydrogen. In this instance, I'm sure nobody thought of that because I didn't see anybody yanking out their activity series. But it does occur. Aluminum is higher on the series than the hydrogen, so it will replace it. We will get aluminum sulfate and hydrogen gas, and we need to balance this equation. I'm going to start by balancing my sulfate. Once I get the sulfate balanced, I need to balance the hydrogen, and finally finish up with my aluminum. Make sure I can't reduce anything. Now I have a balanced chemical equation. My next step is to determine what is limiting my reaction and what do I have in excess. So I need to take one of the two, 5.0 grams of aluminum metal and go 2 grams of sulfuric acid, or I could take 4.0 grams of sulfuric acid and do a mass to mass to aluminum metal. Doesn't matter, you get the same results either way. I usually just take whatever the first one is. So I'm going to take 5 grams of aluminum, and I'm going to do a mass-to-mass problem to get that to sulfuric acid. First box in there. So I convert, first of all, the aluminum to moles of aluminum. Then I'm going to use my balanced chemical equation to get the molar ratio. Convert that to moles of sulfuric acid. And then finally, I'm going to flux capacitor that back into grams of sulfuric acid. As I always do, I'm going to come back now and make sure that all of my labels cancel. My grams of aluminum cancel. My moles of aluminum cancel. My moles of sulfuric acid cancel. That leaves me with a label of grams H2SO4. As I grab my calculator to do my math, I come up with a value of, with 2 significant digits, 27. Which, as I was walking around, I could see a lot of you, I wouldn't say all of you, a lot of you had 27. Now, what does that tell me? Joe, what's it tell me? To react with 5 grams of aluminum, I need to have 27 grams of sulfuric acid. Do I have 27 grams of sulfuric acid? No, I only have 4 grams. So how much am I short? I'm 23 grams short, aren't I? So what do I not have enough of? I do not have enough sulfuric acid. So what limits my equation? Sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid is my limiting reagent. Now, in order to calculate both products, because the question said how much of each product, I need to do both products. So I'm going to go mass to mass to both of those products using which value? Which value? Specifically, how much of it? 4.0 grams of H2SO4 is where I'm going to start with. So as I do that, I make my conversion box. I convert that to grams. Once I have that to grams, I need my molar ratio. So sulfuric acid is going to be on the bottom, which is 3. I'll go to aluminum sulfate on the top, which is 1. So now I've converted that into moles of aluminum sulfate. Then I need to convert that back into grams of aluminum sulfate. So as I do that, and I need 2 sig figs, right? So I come up with 4.7 grams of aluminum sulfate. Then I am going to take the same amount, 4.0, I'm going to take 4.0 sulfuric acid, and then I'm going to convert that into what was my other product, was hydrogen gas, correct? Okay? So this 98.07848 is going to be identical because I'm still converting that to moles. That's the step above it. Now I need my molar ratio. I know it's going to be 3 mole. H2SO4, and if I remember right, it's 3 mole hydrogen also. So 3 to 3. 3 mole hydrogen gas. Diatomic. 1 mole hydrogen gas will give us 2.01. 0.588 grams hydrogen gas. Make sure I get cancellations. Good. 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 So when I calculate my mass, and with 2 significant digits, I'm going to have 0.082 grams of hydrogen gas. So, my correct answer, bottom line, okay, bottom line, what the question asked me to calculate was how much of each product. So I would go 4.7 grams of aluminum sulfate, 0.082 grams of hydrogen. Maddie, what was your question? The question is, okay, the question is, why did I take that to 4.7? Why didn't I use the even rule to 4.6, correct? Now, if you remember, the even rule only occurs if I don't have a number after the 5. So in this case, I believe, if I remember right, my number was 4.651, a bunch of different. So if there's numbers past that 5, take it up. Only if there is nothing behind the 5. Any other questions for me? We think we can do this? Okay.